Mindy, I have to tell you, I am completely starstruck and a little fangirling here because I have been a fan forever. And I took one of your Tabata Bootcamp workshops years
Mhm.
and years and years ago, and I followed your journey from the gliding discs to more. So welcome. How are you?
Oh, I am great. Right now, I am living in Costa Rica, and it is the best move we ever made. We lived 7 years in a fruit and vegetable covered RV before we landed here, and it's just, it's spectacular. I mean, it really is for your health and your happiness, and the people are so nice. Meg, where are you right now?
I am in the beautiful state of Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. Okay. We just finished a
Yeah.
retreat here and we had two gals from Kentucky.
Oh, it's so fun. I want to hear more about your retreats, and I'm so glad you're enjoying Costa Rica. Can you tell us how this wonderful fitness journey, and before you do, I need to highlight you have been fitness instructor of the year, you've been presenter of the year, you have appeared in 500 or so instructional workout videos and more. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. How did this, I want to say, empire start? How did your fitness career start?
Oh my gosh. Well, I was teaching swimming in California, and I noticed that a whole bunch of moms, it was really moms, not many, no dads at that time. This is a long time ago because right now I'm 64 and this was around age 17. And I was noticing that all the moms were just kind of hanging out, just sitting there watching their kids swim, which is fine, which is great. But I thought, you know what? They need something to do too. And this is before aerobics even started. But I was in the Bay Area, actually, where aerobics did start. And back then, disco was popular. So Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta, that whole thing. And I was loving the dances. So I said, I'm going to have a mother daughter disco class. So I started this at age 17. And from there, I don't follow trends. I actually look for what is needed. And my fitness career started because I was noticing that there were things that were not available to especially women, and we weren't as active as we are now. And this is a long time ago. And so I went into this racquetball court one time, and this is back, I think, in 80, in 1980. And I went into this racquetball court and I said, all I need is a racquetball court. Give me a boom box and I will fill it with people. And we're going to do something called aerobics. And they said, what's aerobics? And I said, well, it's just moving around to music. So I started and I taught 6 a.m., 12 noon, 5 o'clock, and 6 o'clock at night. Full. The rooms were completely packed. This was before shoes, before leg warmers, before anything like that. And I made $5 a class. So for 4 hours a day, doing high impact aerobics, this was back in the day where you made up your routines. There was no pre-choreographed stuff. There was just, throw it on the wall, see if it stuck, and then that would be a move. And I had a lot of exercise science in my background, and I was a theater major before then, and so I had my theatrical background as well. So I had the knowledge of fitness, and I was making up a lot of stuff too back then. And then I also had my theatrical background, so I started teaching, and then around that area, there aerobics really it was like the creation of aerobics happened in the Bay Area of California and also Southern California. And fitness competitions started in bars. In bars. So people are drinking, they're smoking, and they're watching these gals, it's all gals, just do high leg kicks and push ups and sit ups and for like a half an hour. And it was called the most physically fit female competition. Well, I I won those, which is crazy. And then I went around the country winning other ones. Like I went to Atlantic, Georgia and won one. And so I was winning all these prizes and everything. And then the National Aerobic Championship came around, and I was one of the first ones to compete in that. It took me 7 years to win that.
Wow.
So, but I wasn't really serious for like 5 or 6. I was having babies, popping out babies, doing a high leg kick, that sort of thing. And then I got really, really serious after I had my second baby, and I got a sponsor and I got a coach. And then I won the national. And at the same year, I won the world in Japan.
Wow.
And the same year, I found out I was pregnant with my third child.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah. So from there, I was asked to promote a lot of products,
Sure.
and fitness conventions were just on the rise then, and they were still sort of in its infancy. The idea, all of those, SCW. And so I started presenting, just launched my career from there. But everything I did, though, I looked at what is not being offered. So when I went to IDEA for the very first time, I went with a company called the Spalding Sport Rope, which is a weighted jump rope, and I created a program with this weighted jump rope, and no one had ever done it before. When
Wow.
I saw that boxing that would be kind of fun in the fitness industry, I started this whole boxing program. I don't know anything about boxing or kickboxing. And so I wanted to kick. So I added all these kickboxing. And then kickboxers actually came into the arena of fitness. And that was my then exit point. So I entered, opened the door, and then exited stage left because there were people that were better than myself, that knew more, that could then take the reins and do a better job. So that's been
Wow.
my whole thing. Yeah.
Well, so did that then pivot into you designing your own new programs like the gliding discs? Tell me about that and
Yes.
Tabata Bootcamp.
So I've worked with a lot of very amazing fitness presenters. Jay Blahnik is one of them. He and I are wonderful friends. He's gone on to Apple. We did precision cycling together. We did Bosu, Body Bar with Sherry Catlin. So I've been on many teams,
Sure.
and at the same time, I've created my own programs and my own products as well, and done a lot of fitness videos. Way back, oh gosh, how long was this now? An infomercial company called me up and said, "Would you like to be the host of this infomercial?" Well, at first I said no because I'm a fitness presenter. I am legit, and infomercials, I don't know how legit they are. But they said, no, come down and meet the creator of this product, and we'll show you all the research studies. They've got dual university studies in Southern California. So I went down there, and it was the 6 second abs. So the 6 second abs, there was a lot of good things about it. There were some not so great things. I mean, I really like integrated effort. I don't like isolated effort, but there were a lot of things that you could do with it that were super cool. So I said, okay. And it became the number one infomercial in the country for like 4 months. And
Wow.
I got nominated for infomercial host of the year. Went to Vegas with a huge long dress. I mean, it was crazy. It's crazy. But because of that, then the president of that company said, "Well, what else would you like to do? Because we want you to host the next show." And I said, "Oh, yes." Because that show actually helped my husband then quit his job and join me in business, which
Okay.
is which was just, I mean, it changed our lives. It absolutely completely changed our lives. And I said, "Well, do you have any paper plates?" And he said, "Yeah, come here, I'll get you some." And I said, "Well, I do all these exercises with paper plates, and I'm known in the fitness industry as the paper plate girl because I do push ups and sit ups and all kinds of things with paper plates." And he said, "This is brilliant. We will create a program, and we're going to call it gliding." And so, fast forward, I have 2 patents in the United States Patent Office with the gliding discs, and mm, thousands and thousands of DVDs, and a 4-hour certification program that you can take online in our website. So things have really evolved. So from that program, then I brought other people on board as well. Leslie Bender with the Bender Ball. So
Yes.
we created that program for her. That was the number one short form infomercial for a long time. So I'm very proud of her. And she's now one of our partners too in our new website with Jessica Maurer called the Move Mentors. So,
Yes.
what we've done is we've taken all my programs. So, we've evolved my program Tabata Bootcamp into a new program called MyFit. It is now for everybody, and it's evolved into a component of balance and mobility and this nutritional program that I absolutely love. Meg, when you took Tabata Boot Camp, it had a different nutritional slant. And we really are much more very whole food, plant-based and leaning toward the green as much as possible. So, but very simple, 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 and meet people where they are, all of that. Our website is called the Move Mentors, and we've decided that all of my assets, so all my fitness videos, all of our MyFit program, my fluid strength program, Leslie's programs are on this inclusive website that you can join for it's really it's like $7.99 a month, and you get thousands and thousands of videos and all assets, all of it. And then also my husband and I, we created a program called One Day to Wellness. One Day to Wellness is a whole food plant-based slant on science, evidence-based information about nutrition. So about in 2016, we just and Bruce was actually in the fitness industry lecturing on nutrition as well. He's a holistic nutritionist, and we decided that we really wanted to become a nonprofit. So we moved into a fruit and vegetable covered RV. I'll send that picture to you. It's really very
I
super
was
cool.
wondering if you still had the RV.
Well, we have the RV, but we took the wrap off because the wrap was
Okay.
getting it was you know.
Yeah.
And right now it's in Florida. So it's we when we go back to Florida to see Bruce's father, we actually stay in the RV in St. Augustine, Florida.
Nice.
So when we created One Day to Wellness, we were a true nonprofit. I mean, in every sense of the word. So we rented our house out in order to finance this whole project, and we would just travel around in the RV lecturing um, at fitness conferences. We would either be on the trade show floor at like IDEA and CanFit Pro in Canada. Oh, it was so much fun. But then, of
Yeah.
course, the pandemic hit and everything completely changed, of course, for everybody. But we did write two books. I wrote a book called The Plant Powered Penis, all about erectile dysfunction and function. And it's a very funny book, but it's really for men and for women. And then Bruce wrote a book called A Plant Powered Approach to Prostate Cancer, because Bruce does have prostate cancer. And that's part of our story, and part of our mission is to really help others that are dealing with chronic disease, or well, can be helped with taking the reins and living a healthier lifestyle. So that's one of the reasons we're living in Costa Rica, is so that Bruce can surf every day and eat really healthy and just thrive. Well,
You've really leaned into that aspect. Are you in the blue zones? Do you follow that at all?
so when we created One Day to Wellness, what we did was is we followed Dan Buettner and the Blue Zones philosophy. So we looked at what all the blue zones. So if anyone is out there that doesn't know the blue zones, they're pockets around the world where people are living measurably longer lives, and the most centurions. So people that are over 100 years old, and especially men, because men in our country, most do not live till 100. So with the blue zones, we looked at what qualities in the blue zones do they all have in common. So they all have this what they do, but then when you really overlap them, what are the things that they really have in common? So one of the things that they have in common is beans. They all eat beans for
Wow.
fiber. For I mean, it's either in Okinawa, Japan, it's edamame, right? It's soybeans, or in Sardinia, Italy, it's cannelloni beans. Here, there's a blue zone here in Nicoya, Costa Rica, and they're eating black beans. So it's beans. Social engagement, very, very important. It's some form of exercise, but it's not going to the gym. It's just living well, and mostly plant based. I mean, there are some countries, of course, or some blue zones that do eat a little bit of fish or a little bit, but it's a condiment. It's not the mainstay of their
Sure.
diet. So
Okay.
so like living with this holistic approach, not just, oh, we really have to focus on nutrition. No, no, no. You have to focus on nutrition, lifestyle, be, being stress free, social engagements. I mean, all of these tenets really will allow you to live the life that you want to live.
That's so great. Well, Carrie and I talk about redesigning because we
Hmm.
are redesigning health and home. And it sounded like you really took that redesign because of your health and just for your whole background of fitness. That's amazing. Is he really
Hmm.
surfing every day?
Every day. He surfed this morning. He surfed yesterday this morning. Well, this is very warm here. It's really warm, but it's gorgeous. I mean, we have macaws, these huge parrots in our backyard. We've got the howler monkeys. Oh, it's just spectacular. Like if you can kind of see our backyard, yeah, it's
Oh, holy
really
moly.
super spectacular. That's a rock garden. I mean, it's just, oh, I
Stunning.
gotta show you. Now wait, are you ready for this? This is the best
I'm
thing of all.
ready.
So
Okay.
I have an I have an outdoor shower. Can you can you see it?
Absolutely fabulous.
Is that fabulous?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Pretty
beautiful.
nifty.
Was this a built home or did you build it?
So the person that built it, they built it over during the pandemic, and it was a husband and wife, and she was a Tico or Tica. That means she's
Okay.
Costa Rican, and he's from Canada. He was a florist slash gardener, so he brought a lot of the plants. So
Okay.
our all around the front of our yard, everything is just absolutely so gorgeous, and we have a huge, huge area. We have how many coconut trees? Every morning. So here's what I do and what I
Okay,
advocate.
I wanna hear
When
your
you
daily routine.
when you wake up in the morning, you have to have a big glass of water with lemon.
Okay.
Then you have to get outside. No matter
Okay.
where you live, you have to get outside because your retina needs sunlight. Even if there's no sun, you have to go outside. Okay? And so what I do is I go outside and I walk around and I talk to my coconut trees. So fabulous. So there are these pods that open up, and then the little baby coconuts come out and they just grow. And I have so many of them. It's so fabulous. But I have all different kinds. I've got mango trees, I've got lemon and lime trees. So that's fabulous. Okay, so then
Perfect.
after you go outside,
Yep.
then you need to do some breath work. So it's just
Okay.
I breathe in for 3 seconds, I hold it for 4, I let it go for 5. Now I do
And
that
are
though while
you
I'm having a
trying to
little.
clear your brain during that time, or
Yeah,
is
but
it
I also put on one of those red light masks. So I'm sitting there
Oh,
with a red light mask, and then I have 2 golden doodles, and so they sit right next to me, and so I pet them while I got my red light mask, and then but it's only 6 minutes, so that's really good. So then you need to move. Do some form of movement. So I do some mobility, flexibility, something, something, something. And then you can eat or
okay.
drink your coffee. So you want to wait at least an hour after you wake up to drink coffee, or I know that's hard to say, or at least a half an hour, and then eat. But wait at least an hour before you eat. So
Okay.
you can just so you can just adjust. So that's
Yes.
every single morning I get up and do that. And
Beautiful.
then and then after that I do some work I do some of my work. And then I come in and bring my husband breakfast in bed.
Incredible.
Oh, isn't that fun?
This is
And then he
so
goes and then
great.
he goes surfing, and then he goes surfing, and then when he goes surfing, I then run the puppies down to the beach because the beach is about a mile away,
Okay.
and he's taking the golf cart because we have a golf cart, and
Awesome.
each taking the golf cart with the surfboard down to the beach, and then we all ride back in the golf cart together.
Sounds
Isn't
like
this
a
a cool
perfect morning.
isn't this a fun life?
That's pretty fun. Yes.
Let me go back. Okay. The couple that built this house, they built
Yes.
it as their forever home.
Okay.
and it is absolutely spectacular. She got cancer, so they decided to sell their house. So we are the recipients of their love and their joy building this gorgeous home. Now she's okay. She's all right, but they decided that it was just too much for them to have 2 homes, one in San Jose, Costa Rica, and then one here.
Okay.
So that's how we then landed at this house.
That you enjoy it so much
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
gift to them
Yeah, because
too.
most homes around here are Airbnb'd, and this is the only 2-bedroom because everyone's like 3, 4, 5 bedroom because this is Hacienda Pinilla, Costa Rica, where everybody comes to vacation. So, they're about I would say in our neighborhood, about 30% of the people
Okay.
are full-time. The rest Airbnb their homes, which is
Okay.
fine. I mean,
Yeah.
it's totally fine. It's just, yeah, for them, for knowing that we were gonna live in it and love it, it made a huge difference. I think that's why we got the house because there were 3 other offers on the house.
Oh, wow.
And
Live it
yeah,
and love it. That's
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Well,
So
with your yeah, go ahead.
struggles. So, no struggles.
Good.
No struggles. I mean, we when Bruce and I decided to sell our home back in the pandemic in California, then we were in the RV only. We sold everything, and then only what could fit in the RV we kept, and then we just toured around, and kept coming back to St. Augustine, Florida. So finally, we landed there because Bruce's dad is in Orlando. So we in St. Augustine, Florida, we own a couple slips in an RV park called Bryn Mawr, which is fabulous. It's right on the beach. It's in Butler Beach, and so we go back there quite often. So
Good.
we decided to make our forever move. We said we really need to make a forever move.
Yeah.
And so we went to Portugal, too cold. We went back to Santa Cruz, California. You can't go back home. And too cold and too expensive.
Yeah.
And then we had been here quite a few times. There's the people here are so genuine, nice. And the whole Pura Vida thing, Pura Vida means it's good. Life is good. And nobody that I've encountered flaunts whatever they have, if they do have something. No one is like wanting of someone else's stuff, or I mean, and everyone is just so genuinely happy, you know? I mean, like I used to wear a wedding ring, now I wear just it's a
Well,
little wave.
well, wave. I like it.
A wave, that's all I mean, it's just it's all pure Vita. We had the retreat, that which I know we'll talk about later, but we
Yeah.
had some extra food, and so there were these worker guys over on the side, and so I took food over to them, and they were just, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my god, oh, gracias, gracias." It's like, wow, everyone is just so nice. And what they do in Costa Rica is they don't have a military, so they put their money into the infrastructure. Like, for example, all their citizens, all the beaches are completely public. No beach is private. So even if you're like the JW Marriott, right next to the JW Marriott, there has to be an easement where people can walk and go to the beach because it's accessible to all. Wonderful. Yeah.
I'm so happy that you're enjoying it there. That's incredible. Well,
Yeah.
before we talk, because you have one new exciting program that you've developed that's part of the Move Mentors. But since you're talking about Costa Rica and all the excitement, tell us about the retreat you just had and what that is all about.
Okay. So when Bruce and I moved here, we thought, well, one of the things we want to do, besides continuing the work I do a lot of fitness videos. I have programs. We'll talk about that. But we wanted to have a retreat at least 2 to 3 times a year for 1 week where people come from all over and they learn nutrition. They have a workout with me every morning on the beach. They do yoga, they do breath work. We did a chocolate tasting at this local chocolate tasting place. That was spectacular. And we learned all about chocolate making, and it was so cool. We go into Tamarindo, which is the local town. One of the days they have a massage, and we have partnered with this Airbnb that is just fabulous. They It has, everything that you could wish for. It's got 3 golf carts, it's got bikes, you can do whatever you wanna do. So everything that we're offering is optional if you don't wanna do that. You also have entry into the beach club, which is really spectacular, and the beach. So you can walk down the beach to this wonderful restaurant called Aviana's or go the other way to the JW Marriott or whatever you'd like to do. There is the workout with me every single morning, and we had the best time. We had a couple from Alaska. We had 2 gal pals from, Kentucky, and let's see, from Orlando, from where else were people from? But it's a very small group. My maximum is 12.
Okay, I thought I saw that on your newest
Yeah,
flyer.
so if
Okay.
anybody now the one in July, so it's July 17th to the 24th. I just started advertising. If you wanna come, come. There is an opportunity if we do get to 12 to open up a second Airbnb. So then we open up
Oh,
another 12. But we, also we're bringing in July a woman named Molly Fox. She is the yoga instructor for Apple Fitness Plus.
wow.
She's been in the industry forever. She's been a friend of mine for a really long time. She actually reached out to me and she said, "I wanna come." And I said, hello, will you teach yoga?" She said, "Yes." So yeah, she's spectacular. So, and if anyone does Apple Fitness Plus, the
Yeah.
workouts, she is the yoga instructor. So she will be with us to get, and
Wow.
it's only 12 people. I mean, it's really pretty fantastic. Well, for this retreat, because it was the first one, we only had 10 people. So
Okay.
personalize, personalize, personalize. So, and then you
Right.
come to our house, so you get breakfast and dinner from a gourmet chef that's at the Pura Vida house, the Airbnb. And then you have lunch at our house, and lunch is whole food plant based. So I show you how to make it. I make it beforehand so we don't have to wait.
Sure.
But and then while you're eating, then Bruce is lecturing on gut health or how to transition or foods to eat for optimal health or how to fast or whatever anybody wants. So yeah,
Wow. So
yeah.
did they all leave feeling extra connected to one another? And
Oh
they probably were
yes.
best friends now.
They were, and I mean, that's the best part. The best part is they forged these amazing friendships that they're now gonna have forever, and they left all telling me that it far exceeded any expectation they had, which is great. I mean, just think, you're in Costa Rica, you can hop on a golf cart, tootle down to the beach club, go to a yoga class, go out to the beach, walk along the beach, see these beautiful birds and the howler monkeys, and I mean, it's just what could be better
Yes.
than
Oh
this?
gosh, it sounds like the perfect week, and I hope everybody checks out your
I
flyer
hope
and
so.
your links to that opportunity because oh my gosh, it sounds great.
Well, if a group of 10 people or more want to come together and want a personalized retreat, we can set that up for you. So we can
Oh,
so just say that you've got 9 other gal pals, we'll facilitate the whole thing. And
done.
you can say, "We don't wanna do a workout at 7:30, we wanna do a workout at 9," right? Or, "We don't really wanna do a workout, we wanna do pickleball instead," or whatever it is, then we can facilitate all that.
Wow, that's a
So,
fabulous
yeah,
proposition there. Okay.
yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your friends together and reach out to Mindy for sure. Well, as you've been talking about the connection and the people in Costa Rica and the blue zones, how being with people, this makes me think about the fitness profession in general. Because you offer your memberships to fitness professionals, right? To get your library.
Mhm, mhm.
I have gained so much knowledge from you and from all people that I've taken classes and workshops from because one specifically was a chair class for seniors, which I'm going to your senior program next. And she was talking about touch. One day I was teaching a chair class and I said, everybody, I'm going to turn the lights down low, put some soft music on, and I'm just going to come touch my hands on your shoulders, go behind you. And if you don't want the touch, just cross your arms. Not one person did this. almost all of group was just, oh, they just almost couldn't wait for that part. So I think that part and just learning from so many mentors like yourself is so important, which leads me to ask you about your newest program and how more fitness professionals and just the general population can get into your library of all your good stuff.
Thank you for asking about SAS because I am
S-
so happy about SAS. SAS is seated assisted standing for active agers. So for many years, since the pandemic, since the I'd say the middle of when we were in it full force, I started working for a company called ASH, American Specialty Health Education, and that is for seniors, silver and fit. So I go to Los Angeles a couple times a year and shoot in the studio, and then I shoot quarterly something called Take It Outside, which is you go outside. So I've gone to Portugal, I've gone all over. I've gone to San Salvador, and I filmed. So I film all over the world fitness videos for active agers. It's all for active agers. And when I was living in St. Augustine, I started working at the Council on Aging. And the Council on Aging, and I wanted to be in live in front of people because I had been doing so many fitness videos and I've been working with exercise specialists in this field for quite a few years before then, but I really wanted to experience yeah, I gotta walk the walk. I'm talking the talk in front of a camera, but I really want to walk the walk. And the first thing I noticed is if I've got 30 people in the class, I've got 5 people that don't stand at all.
Yeah.
I've got some that need a lot of assistance. I've got some that can't hear me. I've got some that can't see me. I mean, so you have all these. So doing a multi level class for average participants is one thing. But when you then take the active ager, the senior, put that in the mix, well, that's something altogether different. So I created a program where, okay, I want everyone to leave the room empowered, happy, feeling super successful with whatever they did, right? So I have to give them options for opportunities to be successful with whatever they're doing, right? So if you're in the seated position and you're doing a hamstring exercise, I have to be able to replicate that in the standing position and also in the assisted position. So we have single assist, we have double assist in the back of the chair, and then we have seated. So every exercise will have all of those facets to it. Then I noticed too that this age group, they're just like any other age group. They want to see success. They want to see themselves get better over time. And so we always have an assessment of where you start and where you end up. So the workout goes like this, and you can do a 30-minute, a 45, a 60. We have that option. If you take the program SAS on our website, you'll see that every month I have a new workout, and every month you'll see how you can make it whatever timing your club allows or your teaching. So you start with a warm up, but the warm up is your cardio. Okay, that's the warm up and seated, assisted, or standing. Then you do the assessment. And it could be a balance assessment. It could be a strength assessment.
Oh,
It could be
cool.
a hand eye coordination assessment, but it's all based on research and science. So every single month, I will have a new assessment that's either just come out or that I've created myself or whatever it is. Okay. Then they go to strength. Strength goes lower body, upper body, core in whatever you're seated or standing or whatever. Okay. Then there's the balance, flexibility and mobility section. So then we have the strength section, which is lower body, upper body, core. And of course, in those 3 levels as well. And then we go into a balance and stability section, which is super cool. So all the research based balances, it's fabulous. And then we do our flexibility and mobility, and that's our cool down.
All
And
right.
every class also has some kind of education. So it could be on short foot. It could be on the benefits of lifting your arch up and doing short bit. It could be how the stomping strategy, where when you stomp on 1 foot 5 times, you develop bone density. It could be how, of course, jumping is not an option for a lot of these people. So, how do you build bone without that impact? That sort of thing. It could be that. Or it could be, hey, how to get your gait velocity up, and here's the latest research. So there's always tidbits of research that I bring in, that when I was doing it live, I would read to my classes. Here's today's tidbit. It could even be like, hey, here's why grains are so important. Here's why quinoa is a great grain to eat. I mean, something, yeah, it could be anything like that. But of course, within staying within our scope of practice, and I provide all that information for you, or where to find it, where to find quality education. So that's my latest program. So I am so proud of it. It's a
It's
4 hour,
amazing.
yeah, it's 4 hours online with me, and it's sectioned in a way that if you have 15 minutes, you can take 15 minutes of it, or 30 minutes, or you can take the full 4 hours. And then after the fact, there's another 4 hours. So there's actually 8 CECs that you get with the program, because the CEC provider saw the validity of giving more than just the 4 hour. And actually, all my programs are like that. You get
Wow.
8 CECs. Yeah. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
How that's I'm excited because I've done the silver sneakers. I've done my senior specialty. So this could be another tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, it sounds great.
When I created it, I looked at other programs, and they're all great, but I wanted to create something different, and really based on the current research that we have and what is really appropriate. So, like, to pick up weights and just do a bicep curl with like 1 or 2 pound weights for the active ager, that's not going to be the best bang for your buck, right? What can I give to them? And power and strength training for active agers now, we know that is so very important.
Very important.
So put those little weights, put them both in one hand, and let's get into the right proper position. Let's get the right timing and do it less reps for more power and more strength.
I'm going to take your knowledge and your wisdom and ask you this question from an instructor trainer. You tell your client this. I
Hmm.
want you to grab, just even if it's for a rep, grab the heavier weight. I know you can do it. That person's very hesitant.
Hmm.
What is your advice to maybe someone that's saying, no, I feel really comfortable with my 3 pound weights. The fives, the sixes make me nervous. What would you say to them to pick up those heavier weights?
Great, great question. And the great question is, everyone probably listening has had that same exact
Yeah.
experience if you're an instructor, because people don't want to do anything that's uncomfortable. They don't want to do anything that is unknown, right? Or if they fail, it's it's ego, or someone else is going to see you, or whatever. Knowledge is key at the very beginning. Knowledge is absolute key. So before they even pick up their weights, say, here is, read something. Read something from the, from science or whatever, that will validate what you're saying. Then say, you are here for a reason. And if we do not build strength in our muscles, we are not going to live as long. So, and I know it's scary. It is super scary, but just try one repetition. Just one. Just one. The other thing I do too is when they pick up their lighter weights, as I told you before, I say, take both those weights and put them in one hand. Then let's angle ourselves, and let's really focus on where we want to work. So when you are training for power, right? Because you always want to tell them why you're training. Why are you doing what you're doing, right? I'm doing this because when I need to pick up something, I need to pick it up quick, and I need to put it over my head quick, right? I can't just go up, lift, because you got a box from Amazon. It's on your porch, and you got to get it inside and away before your grandkids see it because it's a present for them and they're going to want to open it right away. So you got to get it off the porch. You got to pull it into your body. So I do a lot of this in the class. And then you got to walk in, you got to turn your body toward wherever you're going, and then you got to push it as fast as you can. Boom, up. So that's where, so anytime the push is always the fast, and then the pull release is always the slow. So if you're just doing a bicep curl, it's pull up quick and then slow to lower. So, and you have to tell them why.
Yeah,
Why am I doing what I'm doing? If you are just doing bicep curls, you will never improve. Your muscles get they just feel really stale and they're just going ho hum. And you didn't come here today for that. I mean, you also came to socialize. So I'm going to give you time to talk to your buddy. We talk to Juicy over here, in a sec. But right now, we're going to train like we mean it. So I think give them that pep talk, give them the reasons why, give them anecdotes of maybe in the real world in functionality, how they would use their muscles in that way. So like that's why I make them go fast and then slow when they walk, right? You're not going to go slow walking across the street if there's a big truck coming about to hit you. You got to go fast. So
right.
that's why you got to pick up your feet and get going. So little things like that we
That
talk
those are
about.
great tips. Now you've already got my wheels turning because I can see if I go as a member or just want to go for a workout to a fitness facility and I pick up a class schedule, who do I talk to and say, "Oh, I've heard of this SAS program. Do you offer it?"
Mhm.
How does your program get into facilities?
Well, it's so new.
It's so new.
It's on the individual basis. So
Okay.
anyone that takes our program that gets certified, you can use the SAS name. Go. Go.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the other thing too is there are clubs that are contacting me now to say, we want all of our instructors to come and do the online course with you. And so I'll set that up as well. So,
Okay, so they can
yeah,
then have it on the schedule.
right,
I see.
right. Yeah.
Wow.
So but it's so new. And before the pandemic, when I was at fitness conventions every single weekend, it was easy to get a program out there. I mean, Tabata Bootcamp was just so easy. And thousands and thousands of people took that program.
Right.
But now, because I'm not at conventions, I will be at SCW Orlando.
Nice.
Um, I don't know about I don't know about Idea yet. I have applied, but Idea is very different now than it was. It's much smaller and it's very sponsored. So I'm no longer sponsored. But I mean, seriously, the industry has changed so much. People don't get paid anymore to go. You have to pay to
To
go,
go. You're right. Right.
So to have a booth, all of that. I will most likely be at the ICAA conference, and that's in Orlando. That's for active agers. Um, I
Beautiful.
I was there last year. I think it's in October. We haven't found out yet, but I think I I, I felt pretty good about last year. So we'll
Wonderful.
see.
Well, so the retreats and SAS are what you're currently pouring your love into. Anything else happening fun in Costa
Well,
Rica?
with
Oh,
the Move mentors,
yes.
um, I also have Tabata Bootcamp has turned into MyFit, as I said. And
Yeah.
so I create a new workout every month for that. And we're always tweaking and twirling that program. And so that's available online as well. So you can take my gliding certification online, my MyFit certification, my SAS program. And then if an organization wants to bring me in, it's easy to fly from Costa Rica. I mean, in the last 9 months, I've flown 8 times. Eight.
Wow.
Yeah, it's easy. I'll go for a day, come back. It's a piece of cake.
For the music for SAS, what are you using?
Yeah, just putting music on. And I would say for the activator for the cardio portion, maybe 125. It depends on the group, if they like a little faster, maybe 128 to 130 maybe. Worked with Dynamics, I've worked with Paramusic. Now we work with Yes
Yes,
Go
music. Yeah.
for Ash, and they've got a really good Silver and Fit program. They also do Silver sneakers, I think, too. I just like, I mean, Spotify, anything fun, and the activators. They like those. those goodies but oldies. I like those too. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Yes. Well, I tell you, the mature population is probably the most active group in any facility I ever have been in.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
such a
And the
great
most
group
fun. And they're
and
so
so
fun.
fun. Yes. They're
And
fun.
they
They're there for
and they'll
hours and hours.
and they'll tell you what they want, baby. Boy, if I'm getting somebody on the floor, it's like, I'm not getting on the floor. I can't get up. I'm not taking off my shoes. I love it. I love it.
Have
When
their
somebody gives me
opinions.
sass, that's the other reason I created sass, because they're sassy. They are sassy, this group.
That's
I love
fantastic.
it.
This
I
has
love it.
been great. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience?
Oh, well, definitely the word of mouth for the retreats. It's
Yes.
just it's a big deal. It's tough to start a new program like SAS or to create a whole retreat business. I never realized it, but it's tough because you're asking people to put a good chunk of change down and really commit. And it's like the airfare but luckily for ours, it's all inclusive. If you look at other retreats, it's less expensive because I wanted it to be something that everyone could afford if they could afford it.
Sure.
Um, so that we're really hoping to get off the ground. I worked with the Airbnb host that does all these retreats. I mean, they do all kinds of
Okay.
retreats. And so he guided us, Bruce and I, into really how much time they need for free time because they absolutely need free time. So our July retreat, we've learned from the other retreat. We learned that we put too much in. They didn't have enough free time. So that we did learn. I mean, they loved us, but
Okay.
they wanted to be able to go to the beach and they wanted to be able to go do their own things. And they wanted maybe a day to be able to go zip lining or ATVing or whatever. So
Okay.
it's seven days. So what they're going to do is come to us. Their workout on the beaches from 7 to 8. Then they go from 8 to 10, have breakfast, regroup, come to our house for yoga with Molly Fox. Then they do lunch and learn with Bruce and I, and that's when they have lunch. They're done at noon. They're done. And then they meet us again for happy hour at 6:30 around, and then they have their dinner.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's nice. So they do that 2 days. Then they have a day that's just the workout with me, and then, of course, they have breakfast, but then they're free because we learned that they want free time. They don't
Okay.
wanna be with us all the time. Too much of a good thing. And then we do 2 more days. It's exactly the same as the first 2 days, timing-wise, but
Sure.
not the same stuff within the time.
Sure.
And then the last day, then they have free time again. Now, during those 4 days where they are doing something with us until noon, we will have the chocolate tasting one afternoon. We will have the trip to Tamarindo one afternoon with wine tasting if someone wants wine. Some people don't want wine, but some people do. And then we're working on getting a coffee tasting too. So, and then one afternoon is massages there at the house.
Wha-
Yeah, I know. It's so cool. Meg, are you going to come? Come on, Meg.
If we did, and all of our listeners want to find you, Move Mentors, and how do we find you?
You could go to themovementors.com or just email me or look for me on Facebook or Instagram and I'll get right back to you. And I'll send you a flyer for the retreat and my email. It could be in the show notes, but it's also MMYLREA. So M and then my last name, Mylrea, MMYLREA @Gmail. Easy. Gmail.com. So we do have the One Day to Wellness website still,
Okay.
but we're evolving it into the Move Mentors. So,
Nice.
but Jess, I found that if you want to look really good, find partners that are super good at what you're not good at. So it makes you look even better because I'm not good at social media. I am not good at website creation or anything. I just shoot the video. I shoot it over on Dropbox to Jess and she does everything else. So,
Well, you're amazing. She must be amazing. Your repertoire and resume is incredible, and it is a dream, and it's been a dream to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Oh, Meg, thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Redesigning Health and Home podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, we would love for you to like, share, and follow along so you can catch us on all future episodes. You can find me, Meg, at Fit, Fed, Feeling Good on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
And you can find me, Carrie, on my website at homestylewithcarrie.com and on Instagram and Facebook at Homestyle with Carrie. That's Kerri. And you can find both of us at Redesigning Health and Home on Instagram and Facebook. So join us next time for more inspiration on creating a home and a lifestyle that truly supports your best self.
Due to the nature of today's conversation, which includes fitness, movement, and lifestyle topics, this episode is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to your routine.